Okay, so it seems like we've had a pretty surprising announcement coming from Nijisanji, which is a pretty rare one that you'd see in the VTuber kind of space. And this is someone returning from graduation. Now, yeah, as I said, returning from a graduation is extremely rare, and I can't even, give you an example of one time that I've seen it. Obviously, there has been some examples though, but essentially, yeah, it seems like a old talent named Suzuhara Lulu will be returning back to streaming, and obviously, yeah, they say coming soon on the 23rd of December, she will be returning at 10 o'clock. I'm assuming that's JP time. So yeah, obviously a lot of people very, very excited and very, very interested in exactly why she's coming back, because she left almost, I think back in 2021, which is obviously quite a while ago. That is, yeah, obviously 4 years ago. And now she's trying to come back into the space. And this is blowing up pretty massively. Obviously she's been a lot more active on her socials and things as well, which has been great to see. And obviously she puts this little emoji here literally this morning, which has over 16.3 million views and 238,000 likes. Again, people are going absolutely crazy about this. Obviously, Nijisanji members as well also going pretty crazy about this as well. And yeah, many people were very, very interested and excited to see what she can really do. Now, if you guys don't remember, or you want a little bit of a refresher, obviously over on the virtual YouTuber wiki, they actually have a retirement bit here from whenever she retired last. Obviously, they say on 23 through 24th of June, Lulu announced that she'd be graduating from Nijisanji on the 30th of June during her birthday countdown stream. On June 30th, Lulu held her graduation stream, citing instances of harassment such as a letter of challenge, the exact nature of what she never elaborated on, as her primary reason for graduating. While company management contacted the police and the initial letter incident was seemingly resolved, continued problems with online and direct harassment resulting in more disruption in her streaming activities led Lulu to making the decision to retire as a VTuber, as she felt like she could no longer give her activities 100% like she wanted, and also didn't want frequent breaks to cause further worry for her fans. On her final stream, she showed off various outfits and different hairstyles and revealed early artwork, designs, everything like that, and she expressed her love. And yeah, obviously it seems like she is now returning. They actually made a lot of her old posts public recently on December 1st, and yeah, she is now coming back to the space, right? People have been talking about this, especially over on Kurosanji. Many people questioning as to why, she's coming back. Why is she deciding? Now, it could be for many reasons. It could be, maybe Nijisanji has presented her with an offer that could potentially protect her from a lot of this harassment moving forwards. You never know. Or maybe she sorted a lot of stuff out. And also, you got to remember, this has been 4 years, so maybe everything has calmed down in terms of that, and she feels like she's ready to come back and maybe give it another shot. So again, for whatever reason it may be, that is good for her, but also a lot of people kind of confused as well due to the kind of bad recent times Nijisanji has had. Again, I don't know how bad it was back whenever she was there, but obviously we've had the recent stuff with Astro Arcadia and everything like that, and also many other situations that are still ongoing, right? Why would you really want to come back to Nijisanji? Why wouldn't you try your luck with another company or something? Again, don't know. Obviously, maybe they've provided some kind of offer or whatever that is really, really good. They obviously say, I believe this might be the second time a liver came back after graduating Nijisanji, the first being Sasaki's Saku, which happened like 6 years ago. Good for Lulu. I welcome the return of the Eldritch art student. Say the time difference, the two is still massive though, as she graduated and then ungraduated 2 months later, compared to Lulu's 4 years or so. Still, it is great to see her back. I hope she's happy with her choice and that Niji gave her the opportunity too. As they're considering all the downsides of coming back, I can't help but wondering what her reasoning is for this. Then again, EN and JP are two completely different worlds. They say, yep, from what I've heard, Niji JP is actually a pretty good place, unlike EN. Obviously, someone then responds to this saying they're run by the same people. JP is good because it makes people feel more supported and have access to company facilities. Being in the same country makes being friends and co-workers easy, and talking to management is easier too. There's a reason why there's at least 10 EN livers that have moved to Japan. They say, from what I saw, another comment say, mainly stage performances as her past life, she supposedly tried to do a few, but they were always small and only a few times. So yeah, going back to Niji JP will definitely allow her to perform on a much bigger stage. Okay, so that does make sense. That does make sense as to why maybe she would want to return to somewhere like Nijisanji, where she can get a bigger audience and a bigger stage, better production and whatever for some of her performances, which again, obviously she might be able to do. And obviously they say, nah, it's the same, but the difference is we only hear and understand from the EN side. Plus, the Japanese culture is really into not making noise, even if stuff is bad. Just think how they've handled the issues here and raise it to 100 since Japan is the home of all of that. I say, how the hell am I supposed to hate any color now? I said, you can still hate EN. Obviously, yeah, so a lot of people very, very torn because they love, Suzuhara Lulu, but they think, obviously they don't really like Nijisanji as much, right? They say, well, this will certainly be interesting. They say, that's wild. And Kiryu Koko's graduation announcements, I will always remember because they were on the same week. Rough for JP VTuber fans all around, to put it lightly. It's been 5 years since then. Now to see a prominent corpo VTuber resurrecting is something that I have not seen, at least with this huge duration time post-graduation. Strangely fitting given Lulu's response, monstrous nature. I wish her the best. I remember, that her graduation announcement back then surprised me more than Coco's did because she dropped it at the end of a seemingly normal birthday karaoke out of the blue. So yeah, obviously they say she left due to stalking incidents. I'm guessing that's no longer an issue. And yeah, they say more in regards to how Nijisanji was reacting to the stalking and threats. Nijisanji wanted Lulu to go on hiatus almost indefinitely, and Lulu didn't want that. And obviously, yeah, so again, there was a whole situation with that. They say this is secondly the second return for Niji, with Sasaki Saku also returning too. And obviously they say, yeah, true. So again, it has happened before, but obviously not to the length of the 4-year gap that we've had with Suzuhara Lulu, and I think obviously this is a very surprising one, and maybe opens the door to some other returns as well, not just within Nijisanji, but within other companies. You never know, maybe some could ungraduate from other big companies too. I don't know, maybe it does kind of, give people that belief that it could happen, right? But they say never underestimate an art student. She will even revive herself if necessary. Say, no, that's a scary one for one another. So yeah, they say humans can't regenerate their rivals, but I will though. Well, that does seem quite wonderful. Also, I guess you can say it's an early Christmas gift. They say seeing a return is unreal. This might be the first time we've seen a corporate VTuber resurrect to this degree. And yeah. They say it truly may be. It's been, 4 years? They say, what? It's been that long? Almost 5 years. So yeah, a lot of people are obviously, recalling on the time 4 years ago, whenever she graduated so suddenly over on that birthday stream, right? And people are just very surprised to see that there is a corpo VTuber coming back after such a long time. We've never really seen that. We've never really had such a large break. There's been hiatuses, there's been stuff like that, right? But there's never been an ungraduating kind of thing. And, whenever people refer to like VTubing, like wrestling almost, in the sense of, returns and hiatuses and things like that, right? This almost feels like one of those things where, a wrestler retires and then all of a sudden they come back like 4 years later, right? I feel like, I feel like this is like the, the Brock Lesnar of like VTubers. He just comes out and just like, you get what I mean? I don't know if you get what I mean. Obviously there's probably some people that don't understand that, but again, I do find it quite funny that it is kind of living up to that even further, right? But I am glad about all the support that she's been getting at the moment. Obviously it seems like she is very much loved, obviously, regardless of the opinion of Nijisanji. And I think a lot of people are just hoping that Nijisanji treat them right and look after her, because obviously we don't want another repeat of everything that was happening with the stalking and things. I'm sure that, probably within the kind of negotiations to get her back into Nijisanji, there was probably some talks of extra kind of security or extra kind of steps and things to make sure that she doesn't receive these kind of problems again that will obviously limit her from being able to do what she wants to do. So again, obviously that would probably be a worry, but I think at the end of the day, they probably have something sorted out to avoid this from happening. Whether, again, as I said, that may be more security, people managing accounts or whatever, I'm not sure. But you can see here, these are some of the kind of posts that are put up. And also, we all know that, the posts have been reinstated, I think, over on the YouTube channel. Yeah, here you go. It says live in 6 days, coming soon over on the channel. And yeah, if you go to the actual channel itself, you can see all of the old VODs and things are back up. Obviously, these are the videos, but all the VODs and everything from 4 years ago are back up, are still going. And you can see she was absolutely massive before, and I think she's going to be absolutely massive again. And if you know, that person was right in the comments, in the sense of Niji could provide them with a, you know, much bigger kind of performance stage, a much bigger area for her to do her performances, hopefully that does work out for her and everything. You know, she does get that kind of, I guess, recognition and whatever that she really wants to get out of this. So again, we'll have to see. I'm sure she will, and I'm sure it will go great. But obviously, go and support her. Go and watch her live stream over on the 23rd of December. So yeah, it's what, just a week away, 1 week. So almost this time, right? And again, it will be a pretty insane time. And obviously, everybody going pretty crazy over the fact that, you know, we've had a 4-year gap. You know, in terms of whenever she left to now her returning back to Nijisanji. But yeah, that's essentially what I got for this video. Just kind of wanted to keep you guys up to date, as this is a very, very big topic at the moment going on. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, then definitely leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.